Hey y'all. Yes, yes, y'all. To the beat, y'all. Don't stop. That's so random. But it was like, the title of this video is called What You Say, but I kind of want to talk about different things. I hate this. Don't you hate when you like put on lotion and then you have to open something and it's just like, God damn it. You can't open it because of like, the holes in your hands. It's ridiculous. Pretty sure there's skit out there. There's skit like literally for everything. Skit for breathing. Sure. Damn it. Oh, this is annoying. Okay. Just break this. It's very random that I have a balloon, but I have a balloon. So just like, okay. There we go. ah, excellent. So, the day has gone by. Don't really know what to talk about. It's just that I know that there's already been a lot of people talking about me. Well, enough people. There's been enough people to talk about me. I don't really care for much of the numbers, but there's been enough people talking about me, and whether it's negative, positive, it's just like it's a mix of both. ABC News never lets me fucking forget that, hey, look, they don't like me. Okay. That's what I feel like ABC just feels like the Fox News, really. Like I think it's definitely ran by men and pick me women. I'm pretty sure that there are some women that are like high seated positions, but it's based off on men taking a break and doing what it is that they wanted to do. Mostly probably fucked younger women, and women are they're getting paid more, but they're also being really catty with each other. So it's more of like an elitist situation. It's not like, hey, look, guys, we all made it. We all can make it. No, it's just like, hey, guys, I made it, and silently, anybody who I like and somebody who I will want to take under my wing can make it, and affiliates and things of that nature. Whoever's on my boat can make it. Yay! That's basically how it goes. But because I saw this, it's something about like business owners confront would-be thief during smash and grab, and I feel like that is kind of like passively because I've said it before that there have been things in regards to like shade and side disses. And one of the things is something like, so say for instance, I went to years ago, I went to a burlesque show because I'm just wild, I'm very open-minded, things of that nature. And I had invited somebody. And so they had like this event, this photo booth, but it was like specially themed. And I went there. I had literally like one of those skull cap things, and I had on like this cute little black outfit because it was cold. It was around like October, November. And they gave the person who I went prostitution, which is not surprising nowadays, in hindsight. But but they gave me jaywalking, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me? Like jaywalking? Like honestly, that the skull cap. I mean, because I thought it was very cute to have a skull cap because it was like very aesthetically pleasing because I had a swoop. You feel me? I had like a swoop, so it was just like very alluring. I was trying to go for like I kind of go for like the vibes. It was nice. It was a nice little outfit because I had on like a dress. I had on like a shapely bodycon dress and had on my leggings because I wore my leggings like underneath the dress because I have tall I have long legs and also it's cold as hell in the city, and I had on my boots and I had on my jacket. And I was just like, you know what? I could literally be like, like Catwoman, something like that. Because back in the day, Michelle Pfeiffer, I like that. And that and Selena Kyle, with Batman Returns. Anyway, I was just like, suggesting with them. I was like, yo, I could have been a Catwoman or a cat burglar. Like, like a girl who actually likes cats and is also a cat burglar. Just like, hello. Like, why didn't you guys give me anything like kind of cool? It was just like, no, instead you guys gave me jaywalking. I was just like, oh my god, that's so vanilla. It's so vanilla. But yeah, you know, that's that was me. You feel me? Like that was that was my life. That was the vibes. Vanilla when it comes to like things. Vanilla, but like exciting vanilla, like Tahiti bean. I'm trying to give myself some flavor, like Tahiti vanilla bean. Like that's just some flavor for vanillas. Okay, like I was a little bit spicy back then. Okay, I was a little bit spicy. I could definitely a little hint in there. Like it was delicious. And I don't know about anybody else's Tahiti vanilla bean, but like mine was like I don't know if anybody how many people know about Halo Farms Tahiti vanilla bean, but back in the day it was like amazing. It was amazing. So yeah. Or like praline pecan vanilla. Anyway, I'm not trying to say myself. I'm just literally saying that in my reality I live a certain type of way where it's like, I'm very colorful, but not, not the whole dangerous thing. Oh, let there be light. I love that. And it literally turned on by itself. And actually, I think I should put one like this. And so maybe I should definitely, you know what I want. Mm-mm. More. Okay, why are you being like this? Thank you. Okay, so where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, TBT fake mugshot, and I put parentheses jaywalking. Here, see this? You see this right here? I was just like, I did. I even gave it like the sexy kind of like poses and stuff. Like I'm just like what? So what? So what? You got me. I was like, yeah, fake mugshot, and it says jaywalking. Well, they gave me jaywalking. I was like, wait a minute, how you playing me like that? Like, yeah, it is. I'm so crazy. Anyhow, I'm gonna put us down. Put us down. Put us down. Ooh, wait, and bam and bazam and the pop, 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 pop. Yeah, I'm wearing like this two piece with my shorts and like this. It's cute. It's giving Weekend at Bernie's. It's giving throwback. It's giving Robin Williams, the Birdcage, and I love it. Like I'm wearing like my low top sneakers, and it is vibes. I was gonna wear this yesterday, but I wore what else did I wear? I wore something simple. I was actually something just like some pink shorts and a white top. It was very it was like a Barbie pink. Uh, yeah, see, it's giving, it's giving South Beach kind of situations. Definitely Birdcage. I feel like it's giving. Honestly, all in all, it's giving Whoopi Goldberg, Sister Rack up top, and it's giving the Birdcage from the bottom, from the neck down. So I love it. Tis me, tis me. Tis me and it's inside out. Oh my god. I didn't go outside like this. I literally had took this off and for a moment and this on. So yeah. But okay. Uh yeah. People probably will look at me and be like, oh my god, like, she just it seems so crazy. Like, I thought slaves were supposed to be looking more, I don't know, miserable or something like that. Like you would think. I'm definitely more closed in. I was definitely more lively as a person, as a human being. But under these conditions that corporations, society, and secret, and private organizations and things of that nature, um, would have you believe. It's just they want to have a product like these people. It has been a very big revelation as to the front that a lot of people put on. Okay, it's insane. It's crazy. Um, before I get into that, yeah. So anyway, the whole correlation between me and some things that companies want to shade about is like no, like let's talk about it, bitch. Like you still on it, like you're still on the timeline to be racist and you still want to be racist, ugly. It's not even being petty. It's not even being like bullying or mocking. Like you're showing your ass. You're showing your racist ass. You're showing your racist, lying ass, fronting like you actually give a fuck about America, but you only give a certain part about America. You don't really give a fuck about America. You guys are very duplicitous and cock full of shit. So I don't know. I'm trying to get it together, sweetie, because everything that happens in the dark comes to the light, and it's like looking in the club when you're dancing upon somebody and then they turn on the light and it's actually somebody looking really incredibly inferior. And that is very disappointing. So it's just like, having to realize and see, expose and light exactly how ugly reality is. I can understand why people want to try to fall asleep, but it's just like, this is not a moment where it's like you're being fed oxygen as a plane is going down. No, 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 no. You have the ability to turn this around. It's almost like you kind of fall asleep at the wheel and you wake up and boom, you have the opportunity to actually steer it somewhere else. Instead, a lot of people, well, enough people for a time were at the moment where they were just like, oh, this is what it's looking like. Oh, no, no, no. Put me better sleep. And it's just like, no, 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 no. We're not in that scenario. We can be in that scenario, but it's just like, we need to actually fix it because a lot of shit has actually seriously fucking happened. Don't get it twisted. We've literally veered off the road and have landed into the fields where there is literally a cliff happening that we can actually fall off on. And it's this is not to fearmonger. It's definitely not. It's just calling what the reality is of the situation where people were being very gung ho to fucking play with other people's lives and use extreme dangerous extreme dangerous government not paraphernalia, but just like tools and tactics on one individual. I'm pretty sure they've used it on multiple individuals, but they're just like, I was in the fucking spotlight. I was the one that they wanted to make an example of and wanting to actually make other people go along with it. And I'm just like, yeah, no, no, no. And I said no, that I'm not about it, but you guys still went forward with trying to abuse me. And it's just like, okay. So here we are where I'm just, I'm just moving, like I said, I'm moving accordingly. And for some reason, people thought that was a fucking joke. So now they're over here, like, at one point, they were over here trying to, like, negotiate shit. Like, oh, okay, well, then if you don't do this, then you don't get that. And I'm just like, how long have you been using that tactic? For so long, right? So for so fucking long, you thought that was actually going to try to hold me? Mm-mm. And on top of that, by the time that you guys were actually playing around, where you were trying to actually consider giving me, the things that I worked hard for, the things that I actually deserve, the things that I've actually earned, but you made it your fucking business to interfere with that shit and thought it was funny and entertaining. It's just like, okay, I moved on. Like all people that grow up and move on to different types of things, like this isn't a favorite childhood cereal that I want to enjoy in my adult years. No, these are like ventures or people that I had, networked with or had a relationship with that I'm just like, okay, no, I've moved off on that. Okay. This isn't like, oh wow, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is coming back onto the shelves. Yeah. No, this is somebody who literally did the most in order to try to destroy me and kill me. So no, there's no interest in me trying to be there's no interest in me trying to be in a moment where I'm just like, oh wow, like I really get the fuck out of here. That's really fucking sick. So if you're over here trying to like be like, nah, boo boo, just remember the fact that you took that. Okay, you took that. You did. Like you took it, but it wasn't like you had it. It seems like you have to do the most in order to keep something that wasn't even yours to begin with. And not saying that I'm trying to reclaim certain things of my possessions, of the things that I've actually worked really hard for, money and things like that. Like, and I had to use lawyers in order to try to, put copyrights and trademarks and things on things of that nature on. Which reminds me, I actually have to follow up because apparently no one had emailed me back, and that's another thing too. That's really another thing. It's just like, you may have people in your pocket in regards to, slowing down my progress. So you can't try to throw that back up on me because, like I said, with this segment and things of that nature, it's just like it's really just knocking things down. So every single time when you try to lie on me, it's just like boom, boom, boom. That's why I want to try to make less of these kind of videos because it's just like, enough has I want to say like enough has been said, but it's just like this is a distraction for right now, especially since a lot of companies and corporations are still in the bullshit, including basic ass human beings. And I'm just like, yeah, no, no, no. You guys need to feel this. Apparently, like, my words aren't enough. And, the fact that I was moving accordingly, minding my business, staying in my own fucking lane. And you guys didn't appreciate that in the beginning. So it's just like, oh no, like you really need to feel this. And so right now, like I still like I'm seeing like my thing right here glitch. And I know it's because of like a bitch ass nigga who literally does the most. And it's just like you're gonna be feeling really fucking sad. Like, no, you're just kidding. I do have proof and I do have evidence of people's dealings and things of that nature. So it's just like, you may be the police snitch and they may find you valuable from time to time, but at the very end of the day, I do have collective evidence material that is sufficient enough to call you out and to handle you accordingly because that is self-defense. And this right here, basically, I'm telling you, this is a catalog of all my videos that just shows, like, for years, I've literally been saying nothing but, consistently, these people are harassing me. I don't know where things are coming from. And then me finally discovering what the fuck is going on to me, just, wanting justice. And then people didn't want to provide any justice. And some people were offering, aid like passively, but still nonetheless it was still aid. So I can only be grateful for whatever it is that, I got confirmations on. But it was just like, yeah, things are not done yet. Definitely doesn't feel like it. But seeing this petty shit is just like, yeah, no, no, no. We need to excuse me, I need to handle things. I'll give this one close. It's part close. So in the meantime, yeah, I want to have a part in here where I'm filming for the video. So it's just like something. Just kind of thinking of the layout. I don't want to do this. So I think I want to have pardon, because I don't have anything like super fancy or anything like too fancy. When I do this, I just want to have things concrete, and I want to have it like sufficient enough for people to be able to follow along on. Because as many people start making up all these lies about me, I'm just like, ew, you know? Like, you shouldn't even need to know all this stuff about me in order to help me. Like, did you need to know a lot of the shit about Maya Mercano, who was murdered in Florida? The one who was killed by her super? Like, did you guys need to know that information before you guys, like, if you had the opportunity to save that woman, did you need to approach her, be like, were you a good person or not? What school did you go to? How much money do you make? And things of that nature? Hopefully not. If you saw a man like harming a woman, that have been your opportunity to show yourself to just try to either distract that person or save that person or call the cops and try to help that person. The same thing with me. It's just like because I would have done that for somebody, and actually I have helped other people before. In regards to where it's just like, hey, look, if you need a place to stay or something like that, hey, like, hey, look, I got you. You want like, let me take you out. Let me get your mind off things. And in kind, I'm getting betrayed. I'm literally people were have been literally doing nothing but throwing a whole bunch of lies and fairy tales about me and about how I grew up, how I was raised, and what I did in my adult life. Like all of it has been lies, and I'm just like, y'all really are fucking pathetic, really fucking pathetic. And you guys want to try to make it seem like it was just about money, but it was actually just about, it was like jealousy, insecurities, and money. Like money was just a bonus. These people were literally fucking like insecure and jealous. And it took me a while to realize that these were the people that were my own fucking camp. It makes more sense now about like the way how families start fighting over people's money during when they, like if a celebrity had died or something like that, and the family starts screaming and wanting to sue each other over like money. And I'm just like, damn, that's insane. That is really insane. Like, what does the will say in itself? Like, why are you trying to fight for something? What did, like, let's pay respect to the deceased. What did the person say that you can have? You feel me? Like, wow, that's crazy. Whew, that is insane. Oh my god, do I still look the same? I think I still look this. I mean, look, I'm not trying to like cling to youth, but it's just like baby Shalice. Oh my god, it's so cute. But yeah, it was just like, okay, so I went here, and plus I'm tall. I'm 6'3". And Wonder Woman, the original Wonder Woman, was 6 foot. So of course it's interesting to see like, ooh, bird enthusiast. Nice. Don't get my carrot. It's like, all right, I was like, don't try to throw me off the trail. But yeah, is it something like that about all right, so that part, where I was supposed to, what was it? It was like I wanted to be like, a cat burglar. And in fact, I actually mentioned this before in another video. In one of my other videos, I had mentioned that I wanted to be, like cat burglar or something like that. Like, yeah. It's not what a cat burglar is supposed to be, but it's just like I was thinking of Catwoman and a cat burglar at the same time. So those two references did not kind of sound. Anyway, um, and it says a would-be thief. Like, stop it. I was actually one of the lies that people were making about me was that I stole jewelry from them, but they were the ones who stole jewelry from me. They actually stole. It was just like it was a thing about like it being of any type of value, monetary value. It was like emotional value. Like they only. Why would you think somebody who has money and all this other kind of stuff who wants to just go ahead and flaunt it or try to compare themselves to me, somebody who was literally been minding her own business and in her own lane, why would you want to go out of your way to compare yourself to me and then talk about the material things that you have, and then also talk about some of the material things that you have and said that gave you money, like, oh, I gave you all that money, like, make it make sense. And that doesn't, that sounds crazy, like, oh wow, yeah, like, she poor and stuff like that, oh, but she gave me this money, like, what? How's you? Oh my god. I saw this TikTok earlier. This person doing an analysis of celebrities trying to run like this fundraising scam. And one of the commenters says, basically saying like, the elites are basically playing people. It's like the elites are playing people and are making it seem like, we don't have critical thinking skills. And it was really funny because it got a lot of likes. It's just like, yeah, like people are starting to think for themselves. It's just like we're not trying to think outlandish, but we are thinking more open-minded, and we are using more of our common sense, and we are being more consciously aware of the things we consume, and the things that we partake in, and the things people try to project onto us. It's natural. It's actually that kind of stuff. we're developing, and we have developed for some time machinery and tools in order to make us think less, so that way we can be more relaxed. And in the very in the grand scheme of things, that's ideal. But I think it's actually made to make other people relax who are of a certain tax bracket. It's weird. It's a weird kind of complicated thing I don't want to think too much of on. But it's just like the thing is like there's so many tools out there. There's so many apps, features, paraphernalia. There's things in order to make life less complicated, more easy for us, in order to make free time for more things. And it's just like some of those things that are developed already will make us think less for ourselves. And they'd be like, okay, well, then that's why you should read a book. Now, granted, a lot of the things that these people are making nowadays, and for some time, I would say about like, I said this before, but within like 20-year kind of range, there have been enough materials out there that are tainted and compromised, I would say. Tainted and compromised, where it's like, these people were my abusers. These people were like flying monkeys and supporters. So they were examining me and they were also supporting my abusers. So they were using my abusers as characters and also trying to use me as a character in a way where it actually was trying to like boost that person up. Where that kind of influence and that kind of abuse and all that other kind of shit was actually supposedly trying to make good. And they would often do it by often like merging my persona or my personality and characteristics with theirs. And don't get it twisted, and don't forget that that person, my one of my abusers, was mimicking my personality and my persona and my characteristics and things of that nature in order to try to actually be me, which is super fucking creepy. I have fucking receipts. What I realized was just that in my adult years, in like my late teens, I was just like, okay, well, why are you, actually when I was a kid, like this person would copy me, and I was just like, oh, okay, like that's I didn't think anything of it because I didn't think anything of it. I just thought that it was alright or something like that. The movie like movie the sitcom Sister Sister, where it's just like they look identical, they might have different preferences, but they kind of do things at the same time, or they do things together. I was kind of like on that vibe. It just seemed very coincidental to have that kind of material out there because I was just like, oh, okay, like you know what? Hey, look, it seems like a common thing. It doesn't seem like a threat or anything like that. Whole time this person was talking behind my back, and I shit you not. It's wild just to know that in hindsight, this person really did not like me, even though this person was calling me bestie, sister, and things of that nature first. And I'm just like, and they kept like trying to make it seem like there was a connection. And I'm just like, and I'm over here thinking and playing my part, but this person just really didn't have anything good for me, like no good intentions. They would pretend to, but it's just like, why would you want to try to micromanage, or why would you try to play God in my life? I'm a grown fucking ass woman. And for a few years now, I've had no connection with you. We don't need to have any connection. Actually, it's even not for a few years, pardon me, but for 2 years. Because I cut you off in like 2021. So like that has been like, a brief moment, like, a partial kind of freedom because people have been still doing things in the background. And I'm just like, yo, I definitely want to like end that and stop that shit. Considering the government and whatnot like that, like yo, we really need to hone some things down because this has been very irresponsible, and a change definitely needs to be made immediately. I'm not telling you how to do your job. I'm just saying that it doesn't look very beneficial universally. So don't know what you've been waiting for. Don't know what you've been waiting on, what time you want. But it's just like it's just it's not good. It's really not. Like, how long do you want to keep trying to appease a really like spoiled temper tantrum toddlers who are never really appreciative of what you're doing for them? They just want more and more and more and more. It reminds me of that kid from Harry Potter, the one who was just like, but I had 30 presents last time, 30. And he was just like, okay, pumpkin, like, we're gonna go to the store and then we're gonna give you like even more presents. And Harry Potter was just like, I'm sorry, his nose wasn't flaring like that, but it was just like, oh my goodness. But really, Dudley and Harriet Potter, they like, they actually had a connection at the very end, and I think it was because of like, Harry had saved Dudley's life, and it was like, that was a good moment. Dudley didn't try to kill Harry Potter. You feel me? Dudley didn't do like just trust me. Dudley was a brat. Okay, Dudley was definitely an asshole. And there's moments when we've all dealt with assholes, and that's when you cut them off. You don't want to try to X them out. You know what I mean? So it's just like it was a moment for Dudley to actually redeem himself, and he did, and he did so. Some people can't like can't, can't meet those levels. Cause see, like you wouldn't you like honestly, it's just like Dudley is different than Beatrix, or he who should not be named, because you wouldn't see Harry Potter try to be like, you know what, Havanica. I believe that there's good in you. Really? No. Havanica. Please. No. So please, no. No, 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 no. I'm like, you know what? Honestly, I believe that there's good in everybody, and that I should probably just send you off to ask about it. Hey, hi. That's very sweet of you. I can't believe. How about a It's like, please, no. X out of here, buddy. Please, no. Get the fuck out of here. You kill everybody, yo. My parents, bitch. You kill my pot. Like, yo, you nearly killed my posse. Kind of killed me. Killed a part of me. Kill my bird, bitch. Yo, kill my pet. Kill my everything. Like, yo, oh hell to the no. Hell to the no. Oh, hi, that's so sweet of you. I can't believe maybe I've mistook everything about my life. And then there's like but I would have just been so quick with it, just like, quickly with that I wouldn't have been even like, and then I would have been fanciful. And probably would have done a jig, and it's like, it's like, so yeah, but that's the difference. So, but anyway, oh yeah, let's talk about bear spray. Now, I have mace and I carry mace, so it's just like, be careful, guys, because I obviously I'm just one person though. I'm tall, I don't have reach, but it's just like, but this thing, it's just like mace helps, with certain things. Obviously, to you know, depending on if I'm being, if anyone plans to. Oh my God, fluffies! Sorry. Fluffies. I have fluffies. Pardon me. Do you want a job or not? Okay, thank you. It's like, oh my God, I hate when I. Wait, you so savvy? Oh my God, you're so fired. Sticky your sticker thing. Oh my God, damn it! You didn't see that. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. You didn't see me blow my nose and just like, I apologize. That's where you are fired. You are fired, little sticky cover thing. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, like I said, I carry mace just in case if a bitch wanna get stupid, and it's just like, you know what, like. But so far, no one has. It's just like, you get those passive threats, like somebody was actually going to do something. And it's just like, just in case, I have mace, just in case, because it's like, um, people be on some punk shit. People be on some punk shit. Pardon, I gotta keep it a bean. And people don't fight fair. People don't fight fair. So, to my advantage, I keep the mace because it would definitely serve me well to just, I guess, disarm somebody or something like that. I've said this before and I've said it a few times. It was just like, whether or not I haven't lost a fight yet, but whether or not that moment actually happens, I just don't want anybody to leave without anything. You feel me? Like, I definitely want you to leave with something. So if it gives me an advantage and I know that you're not fighting fair, yes, I will use that. I'll try to make sure that you definitely don't leave without something permanent. So yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I was considering getting some bear spray, depending on like who the fuck was going to definitely try me. But so yeah, that's another thing. So yeah, the whole would be in a sense would be thief. So I'm guessing this person is a novice to this whole kind of situation. So yeah. And that's that. That's normally how people want to try to be really particular with shade. And so like they'll try to be very precise in grabbing things that only probably what is it? I think I was gonna refer to somebody, but it was just like somebody had once said where another person was definitely making targets at them, and it was just like it was only things that they would know about. And it was just like, okay, if they made like a jab, then it was just like they knew who the jab was for and like who it was addressed to. And it was just like, the person was just, they had enough. So they wanted to have like, something in order for them to kind of like squash the beef. And for me, it's just like, you know what, like, I don't mind, you not liking me because I don't, you guys have, you guys thought that you were doing me a disservice by, having me isolated. But like, I grew up in a mixed kind of environment where like I was the oldest child. My mom didn't have like another child until she was like until like I was 7. So it was like about 7. And in the meantime, like, I would hang out with my father on the weekend. So, I had my siblings there. And then I didn't find out that I had a middle brother until like that was an interesting story. Until I think around the same age. So that was crazy. That's crazy. I have to say that one another time. And on my dad's side, Papa was a rolling stone. So, yeah. So I found that one out, and well, not in front of that one out. He had revealed that to me and my younger sister, and that was a moment for me to just kind of like kind of hang out and enjoy my own company. Plus, I also hung out with like my cousins. My cousins will always frequent me on my mom's side, so like I really appreciated that. So I was, I was a girl with the mixes. I had that, and then then I had friends at school. So boom, boom, boom. Basically it's just like I can have fun on my own. I can have fun on my own. So it's just like jokes on you. Like I can know how to have fun on my own, which you guys have saw without my permission for a bajillion years. Well, not a bajillion years, but long enough. Under the human zoo experiment. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to be discussing. I want to do my hair today. I might. I got things to do. It's already 7:52. I cannot believe it's already getting dark soon. That is to my benefit though. But it's nonetheless, it's just like, I want to try to live my years in a better, safer place, especially more respectful. But it's just like it's really crazy on how men were thinking. This is the thing, which is like ultimate disrespect. I was nothing but a plus to you guys. And yes, I've said this before. I've been nothing but a plus to you guys. And this is the part where it's like, get over it. Okay? You can't make me feel bad because, I did my part. You guys failed to do your part. And you had many times, like, I'm not sorry. Honestly, you didn't have many times, but we stuck around for years. So it was just like every time that, there was moments where you had fucked up, you found yourself like, steps out of the fucking circle to the part where it was just like, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. And I told your ass every single fucking time. And this goes from family to lovers to friends. Like, yo, I told you about yourself. So you never would have to ever question about like a moment where it's just like mediation and all that other kind of shit. No, this will literally be a quick, one and done kind of situation because you guys have definitely tried it. And you know exactly where you fucked up at. There is nothing special or important about you. That people might find you important, but if you take away the shit that they've actually like you actually took from me, they will find literally little to nothing. I shit you not. Very little to nothing, if at all. That was being like, that's me being kind, you know, because I leave things to possibilities. But it's just like to one person, like, you know, you might be really I'm gonna say like you have your moments on certain type of thing. But like honestly, like I don't even have to like provide you with any kind of things for in order for you to try to like work on or yeah, work on or do. It's just like, I give credit where it's due. And it's just like, I saw potential and you guys fucking blew it. And it's just like at that point, you should respect the moment where you go off and do your own thing and you leave me the fuck alone, respectfully. You guys have abused me up and down without my permission behind my fucking back. And you use the government in order to do that. Not just the government, but you use corporations and you use organizations in society in order to abuse me severely for years and still trying to like gaslight me. And I hate it when you guys use religion in order to try to manipulate me because that shit doesn't work. Like if I abandon fucking churches and groups and all that other kind of shit, you guys don't have a chance in hell, a snowball chance in hell. That shit just did not work on me. Okay. Like I have an independent thought. Okay. I have definitely sound and safe advice, and I'm very open-minded when it comes to different type of things because I know that in itself Christianity is made, inspired by multiple different type of like religions. With respect to one in particular that they have, created themselves based on, events. Somebody, questionable, but it's just like, nonetheless, it's something that I definitely like. I respect those mantras and I respect certain other type of mantras, but it's just like, don't think that you can try to hold me or try to enslave me any further to certain type of doctrines or and things of that nature. It's not gonna work like that. You're gonna make a fool out of yourself, and it's even worse because you look really fucking evil by trying to have me as some type of like martyr or totem. That's really corrupt. It's so fucking corrupt. That's why I said I wanted to add like make my own little fucking club. I'm not trying to add anybody right now. I'm literally it's gonna be it's gonna be one member or something like that. It's gonna be crazy. It's just like I think it just needs to be something where it's just more open minded. Like definitely not trying to do like a religion. Hell fucking no. Not trying to do religion. Not trying to do a club. I mean, definitely not trying to do like a cult. None of that shit. Just something that's more of like a club, but I really just want to first work on my fucking justice because I really did the most, and there needs to be laws. There are already fucking laws. That's the thing that it's just like it doesn't matter about what kind of books that I read. It's just that you guys are already breaking the fucking rules. You're breaking fucking laws. So it doesn't matter because you guys have made other laws in order to try to massage like old ones, historic laws that this nation has been built on. And then even still, you guys fucked it up by abusing it immensely. It's dirty work. It's dirty work. I don't want to be part of it. No, 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 no. All right, it's 8 o'clock. Honestly, I want to go grab me like a nice little muffin and things of that nature. But pardon me. Well, it's going to seem weird, but I wanted to give you guys a heads up. It's just that in my next few videos, I'm probably gonna be honest, my next dozen videos, I'm just gonna have moments where I'm going to be, I won't say practicing, but I'm just gonna have moments where I'm gonna be using this in my videos because I want to have this, and then I'm going to have it with like diagrams and pictures and things of that nature. So that way, if anybody has watched my Just Bees Honey channel, I want to kind of have it in that kind of like I want to have not in like that kind of colorful format, but I want to have it in a very nice presentable format. So that way, when I'm explaining all the shit that I've been through, well, excuse me, now I don't even really know the full scope of like the shit that I've been through because a lot of the shit has been withheld from me. But enough of the shit that I've been through, I want to be able to put it down in fucking video format in which it's more cohesive and it's sequenced appropriately. And I also want to have supporting kind of material so that way I can show you guys and not take a break and go back somewhere and go grab it and have to pause and go look for it. Like I want to be able to just kind of talk with you guys, have a conversation, and then basically what's going to happen is that I'm going to use that material and then cut it so that way it can show you like either a scanned image, a scanned copy, screenshots, video images, video files, conversations, camera footage, things of that nature, in order to have supporting text messages, phone calls, videos, video recordings, all that nature, in order to be like, this is the backup information that I have, because I like to show you guys like material. And the people who've literally been abusing me for all those years have been hackers, detectives, policemen, basic people on the street, employers, employees, um, people that work for the state, uh, just a whole bunch of people just really just like fucking lied to me. And it's deplorable. It really is deplorable. And it's really disrespectful for anybody to just be like, let that shit go. And as soon as you let this shit go, you're allowed to get this, that, here, and the third, the things that were actually owed to you, because you already had this coming for you. It was just like, but we wanted you not to have it because we didn't want you to be financially stable in order for you to leave this dwelling or this environment. These were men. Okay, it's bad enough that these were people who actually I was close to, that I had supported and stuff like that. But these were also men. Like, here's the thing, and a lot of them are deeply insecure, deep rooted and insecure. People who have been scorned by women, or wrongly possessed by women, or things of that nature, or just hate women in general because they've been, for whatever reason, like like misdirected hate towards me. And it's definitely unjust, especially from women. It's also because they wanted to compete with me, and that's really fucking disgusting. Like, and people both were perverted and possessive. That's also disgusting. I mean, you get that when it comes to like celebrities, when it comes to somebody wanting to idolize somebody or lust after them, but that's consensual, and you're that person is also making a profit off of it, which is why they're selling their bodies. But when you illegally put cameras in my home in order to make a profit off of it, solicit me, that's sex and human trafficking. That's inappropriate situations. And then to try to have people who want to have a conversation with me outside of my home, off in the streets, that's even further perversion, and that's deeply dangerous, because that person right there is doing some heavy stalking and possession. They think that oh, this is my girl, and I've been celibate for years, motherfucker, and that's really deeply disgusting. You have like some Joe Schmo, man or woman, trying to possess me and say like, oh yeah, that's my girl. Nigga, who you? Who are you? Like, that's really fucking gross. That really is fucking gross. Like, how dare you? At the very end of the day, I have been paying my own bills. I have been sleeping in only in my bed with no one else but me and a four-legged creature. And the rumors that you guys have even said about that is disgusting. And speaking of which, it's really fucked up that people think that, oh, now that you've gotten to this position, oh, we're gonna send you a man. The fuck? Are you kidding me? Sending me a man as if a man is the end all. Hold on. You're sending me a man as if the man is the end all be all. Ooh, here it is. Getting more things in my eye lately, and it's annoying. Okay. Pardon me. I have like something like seriously in my eye, and it's so frustrating. There have been men, like the guy with like that super with Maya, who have been thinking that it's okay to punish women for not wanting them or not wanting to be with them. That's that's sick. It's really, really fucking sick. It's like, how dare you not want to be with me? Like, are you fucking for real, man? I'm so glad that it's not the. I'm so glad it's not like the 1800s or anything like that anymore because, like, we're just like, oh, you cannot defy the king. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I literally would have like found. Uh, I would have left the kingdom. I would have left the kingdom. But your family, no. Well, then honestly, then fuck the family and things of that nature because it's I just I don't. I'm not rolling. I'm not rolling like that. That's crazy. Oh, but you be a duke, you be a duchess, you be. Oh yes. No. Damn it. I'm really apologizing for this because like I seriously have like wombat eyes. So god damn it. God damn it, woman. Okay, see, this is why I would not be able to do any interviews right now because with I would definitely have to be in more like better environment with excellent HEPA filters and I would also have to decat. Yeah, see, this is why I can't do interviews right now because I would have to be in a place that where that are like HEPA filters, extremes, and the cats are nowhere near me. Like, Shanice, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Do you have a cat? Yes, actually, I do. Oh God. Oh wow. Okay. I can't do this interview right now. This is like one of those moments. It's like, yeah, it would be insane, insane. Golly. Wait. I literally saw it, and it looks like. How did I get this pimple in my eye? every so often, I wonder like how do I get particles in my life, and I can only think of one thing. Oh shit! You guys have seen me do that? Oh, it's that joke. Sorry. I am. Look, honestly, if you have like a serious, if you be getting these weird eye situations, you be touching it too. Like I don't like touching them, especially I don't like touching them anymore, but I have to because there's things normally in it, and these little fuckers are not like going to where they supposed to. Oh my god, that's annoying. Okay, I'm going to take me some a nice drink. Take me some a nice drink. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Did I miss the day where it's International Chocolate Fire Day? I think it's like 10 days away from here now. Oh no, don't touch my baby. I actually might dress up for the occasion because I think it'd be kind of cute. Might dress up like a barmaid or something like that. Well, International Chocolate Pirate Sky. It sounded like nothing like a pirate. That sounded like nothing, absolutely nothing like a pirate. Okay, so the point I was making earlier before my eyes with my bumblebee winged lashes interrupted was that it's really weird when men are possessive and when women are supporting them, thinking that oh yeah, like let's keep her captive because um heaven forbid this woman is out and about, be herself, creative and things of that nature, knowing that I prove no harm to anybody except people who killed me because God didn't have to so but yeah, other than that, I don't understand why people are just being so like gung ho as to why they want to try to attack me. I'm just like, bro, I it's like why? So yeah, you guys were talking about bringing some man into my life, and I'm like, I guess you guys want me to still be entertainment to you, and I'm just like, I should literally. There's a video of this tiger that was like re-released into the wild, and I'm just like, well, why can't I have sorry, why can't I have that? Where, I mean, I'm not totally like I'm not completely unprotected, but like I don't want to. This whole human zoo thing is insanely wrong. It is insanely wrong. You guys pretended to know that and respect that, which is why you had stopped. And yet, you guys are like really doing the most with trying to keep that shit going. Yeah, yeah. Definitely want to put that in the fucking video. Like that's like really what everything is centering about, like this whole human zoo situation and why, and parties that aren't involved or they're still involved. And what is the government doing? What's the government doing? It's one thing not to do anything about it. It's another thing entirely to not do anything about it and make money off of it. It's like that's like wow, that's so fucked up. Anyway, sending a man over here to try to like distract me doesn't seem like it's a good move. It seems really late in the game, if you know what I mean. And also, I'm just kind of on my Queen Elizabeth vibe. Not the one that was recently deceased. No, no, no. I mean the one that was always been put in the movies. The Virgin Queen. Come on. Like, you know, she give it up. I'll be, yeah. It's like, come on now. So glad that they put that in the storylines and things of that nature. Like, it's just like, stop it. You know, she gave it up. But yeah, Queen Elizabeth, uh, Henry, no, Henry VIII's daughter, who was first considered to be illegitimate, and then made and then made to rule. Which is pretty cool because remember how people were really doing the most about wanting to have a boy. Oh, it must be a boy. It must be a boy. And Henry only had like he kept having like stillborns, and then he had one successful baby boy birth, and unfortunately, the lad died. Unfortunately, that's so fucked up. He was so tiny, he was so baby. Um, and he just had daughters. It was just like, well, I mean, that's your lot in life, man. You're gonna have some, it's gonna be a castle full of estrogen. And it ended up being Elizabeth making it to be queen. Actually, the sister, she turned mad. I think it was like Bloody Mary or something like that. Like that woman, she was wild. Mary was the oldest. Was it Catherine or Mary? I think it was Mary. Yeah, Mary. She was just crazy, crazy. And she was just like, um, and then it was Elizabeth. Elizabeth, she ruled, and yeah, she ruled for a very, very, very fucking long time. People loved her, the Virgin Queen. But I mean, like, look at here. I'm not saying that I'm going to damn sure. I mean, I'm celibate right now, but I'm not looking to be celibate for the rest of my life. However, I'm just not. I'm not interested in you guys trying to push a man onto me. Okay, like that's ridiculous. Again, you're treating me like a fucking like chattel. Like, okay, yeah, here, like you have some fucking audacity to even try to go that far. This is why it's putting this out. I'm going foundation wise, because it's like we need to really address the whole elephant in the room. It almost seems like all these facets need to be fucking addressed for who they are or who they pretend to be. Since I'm doing justice accordingly, and it's just like, how are you? How are you fucking coming? Because a lot of times you guys are still over here trying to like keep shit going. To the very end, and it looks really fucking pathetic. It does. It looks extremely fucking pathetic. I don't want to react warmly to any of you. I want to really just want to call it out for what it is. Like, I don't want to have to do that whole fake smile and all that other kind of shit. I just really want to keep shit honest. It makes things better because not keeping honest would really fuck up things inside for me. And I'm just like, I can't do that. There's only but so much I can do. Like, there's customer service politeness, but there's some people who really like do the most when it comes to like being like a carpet for people to walk over, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm just not about that. Like, people are really expecting the most when it comes to like customer service, and it's just like, okay, slow your roll. Um, we're not like when it comes to customer service, like the customer service people are not fucking fairies. They're not genies. I know you expect them to be, but not everything is going to be like a miracle for a lot of people to happen. And I know that's really gonna like fuck up some people's like vibes because they're gonna be like, well, I can't believe this. I'm paying them. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. Um, yeah, people are really fucking entitled. Basic people to, and it's crazy. It's crazy. What has this world become? What has this world become? Do you guys really say like thank you anymore to the barista? Do you like how kind are? Oh my god. Unfortunately, I can't. I can only be kind to people who are kind of kind to me because it's just crazy how people really smile in my face and how I was being actual, genuinely kind to people. and they were poisoning me and doing nasty things to me, especially to my food. I'm like, wow. So, I mean, I'm not here to be that whole Karen or customer service bitch. But I am standoffish and I am cold. I might just kind of just if I see something I like, I am going to give you a genuine compliment on it. But I'm just going to keep it at that. Like, I don't want to go into like all gooey like I used to because I realize it's not safe. So yeah. And it's for my own best interest. Like I'm not even sad about that. It's just like, yeah, no, I'm not safe. When it comes to that, like I'd rather just reserve that for me and anybody who else I see anybody else who I want to share that with in the future. And speaking of which, in the future, like there's no one that I'm dating right now. So and there's no one that I'm talking to right now. So it's actually really weird for anybody to try to like elude that or try to fake that shit. It's just like, please get out of here. That's so gross. Or people trying to claim me and I'm just like, no, stop. It's a Queen Elizabeth vibes right now. I'm running my kingdom solo dolo. I have been. And people trying to come along to try to help me eat the bread when they didn't help me bake it and harvest it and all that kind of shit. It's just like, I see right fucking through you. I see right fucking through you. Interesting. Interesting. On a good note, I did play some science situations, and I'm really excited about that. Noticed that there was an error. I think that maybe this actually might happen if I want to try this again because I was very proud of myself. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try it one more time. One more time. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So, yeah, I'm very excited. Oh my goodness. It's it's things that are happening. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I think, you know what? I think if I kind of put a straw somewhere, yes. Bitch. All right, that. Nothing. 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 Because I had this project that I wanted to do, but I was realizing like it was gonna. I was rushing through it, and I wanted to be correct. Like nothing's gonna be perfect, obviously, but I at least wanted it to be correct enough. But I think that might actually work. Oh my god! All right, so yeah, we're gonna do that. We're definitely gonna do that. All right, so I'm gonna go. I don't know what else to address. I was just kind of talking about like potentially in the future when it comes to like dating and things of that nature. I don't want to get too far off and try to think about like what could actually be. I mean, right now, like I swear, like it's only a few more months before I'm 39. Like less than a year before I'm 39, and it's really gross that people have seriously fucked up so much of my years because like to this day, pardon me, they use religion, they've used gaslighting, and all the things that you're seeing now in the background is what they've done but amplified back then in order to silence me. And then again, they use the government. And when people are trying to say, oh, stop using that as an excuse, I'm just like, you guys will literally find yourself using the same kind of situations when those moments happen to you. And sure enough, just like that, a tragedy had happened. And it was just like, okay, this is my time to reiterate the same things to you guys. And then look at you. Look at you. Now you can't even say that. Now you guys can't even say that. God damn. It was a weird situation to you know, try to attack me with something, and then bam, that whole universal situation kind of happens right back on you. I feel like karma, justice, God stepping in. All good things. All good things. I agree. Yeah. So, man, I'd rather just show you. Like, justice, 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 justice. Okay. This is kind of looking at this. I'm like, okay, it's kind of big. Okay, wait, hold on. When did you get here? Person number one, that's so fucking embarrassing. It's like, oh, Shalisa's on. Like, let me go check in what she's doing right now. And you see me like looking at my boobs. It was like, okay, what did I miss? That's fair. Oh, look, what's that over there? It's like, yeah, I just happened to just look at myself in the mirror. I mean, the mirror in the laptop thing, and I just happened to see that, my testes, and I'm just like, oh wow, they're like really showing. Okay, go off, person that's on here. Like, you're not a distraction. I mean, excuse me, actually, not. You're kind of a distraction. Like, you're not a nuisance. Pardon me. You're not a nuisance, but go off, person. It's like, come on. You're worse than my cat right now. You're worse than my cat, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. You stay here. Stay here then. Stay here. You've read the book of reverse psychology. Okay. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Go. This is like, this is, hi there. Oh, it's you again. All right. Anyway, it's you again. All right. Well, I said I was going to go anyway. So, yeah, it's the mischievous one. Yes. Oh, it's you again. Yes, right. The mischievous one. The smart Alec, who was literally there before, who said something very smart last time and a few videos ago. But yeah, glad you remember me. Oh, you like being known as a nuisance? Okay, the little smart ass. It just reminded me of like some type of child that I had what it was, an art class and stuff like that. The one who's trying to like dictate in art. I had volunteered to do face painting, and this child was just like, "Oh, can I help?" And I was just like, "Yeah, sure, like it's fine." And I just like have him play with some paint to kind of distract them as I was painting the faces, and then the child wanted to like dictate exactly what I should be doing and things of that nature. Well, actually, she wanted to dictate the children who were coming up to get their face painting, and I was just like, okay, this could actually work out for me. We're kind, gonna be friend enemies. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Like, I don't even know. That's ugh. Story, just to summarize it quick. It was just like the kid was she was a sweetheart. I had took a picture of her. She was just like, yeah, she was just like, take a picture. She was a funny little kid. She was adorable, and she ended up just she ended up being like a big helper and things of that nature. But she was trying to like, she's like a border collie pretty much to other children and dictate and everything like that. So glad you remember me. She was a nuisance. She's a little bit of a nuisance, but eventually like we have worked things out. So you're saying we're kind of going to be friend enemies, and no, I don't do with that. I've outgrown that, and I've never been down to have like a friend of me. I've never been down with having a friend of me. So when somebody actually is trying to do all this like the little shady things, it's just like, no, 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 this is not dynasty. When it comes to like people trying to have like a conversation, or when they want to like shoot the breeze, or like run jokes on each other, like that's cool. If you ever saw the movie, not movie, if you ever saw the TV show Living Single, like I'm cool with that. Like that's the kind of like banter that people kind of have like back and forth, when that at the very end of the day everything's like cool, everything's I wouldn't say gully, but it's just like, everything's cool between us. Some people unfortunately, when they do like the whole cattiness, it's like dynasty, and I'm just like, oh no, 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 no. We're not doing that. At that point in time, it's just like, we're not friends, we're not associates, we're not acquaintances. We don't even need to be in the same environment or anything like that. Politeness, only if we were ever in the same kind of atmosphere professionally. But even then, it's just like, know your place. Why don't you go over to your side and I go over to mine? But we will never have any kind of fucking connection ever. Okay, you can't even make that your fucking wish list for Santa Claus. That shit is just not happening, chief. So yeah, I don't do frenemies. So respectfully, if what you want to do, if you actually have that kind of stamina, I mean, the way how you're kind of writing your words, you seem pretty young. I wouldn't agree to it, sweetheart. It definitely seems like we need to kind of have like a shift in a world where things are made like kind of not right. It's like, fine, I'm good with that. Fine, you're good with what? Fine, you're good with having frenemies, or fine, you're good with like what? Okay. So, but yeah, it's just like we need to have a shift in the world where things are actually just. I'm not saying that we need to have a hard. That's God. That's gonna be sound so crazy. Like we need to have a shift in the world where things are gonna be like turn right around the world. Where we're not gonna have any of these people who are being malicious and vile and things of that nature. I think that's just. I think that's just like supremely chaotic as the reversal. Like we need to have just like a little bit of sprinkling. No offense, but just like we need to have a little sprinkling of that because like as somebody like you chose the right one. Somebody who definitely can see both sides. I was saying the other day that I'm not a devil's advocate, it's just that I can see both sides. However, there are moments where it's just like based on your morals, ethics, and the laws, you choose what's just and fair according to those principles. So if you know that something is like, it just seems that the time you want to talk is the time I'm bored on YouTube, so I'm here for a while. So the time you want to talk is the time I'm bored on YouTube, so I'm here for you for a while. Okay, and there's like a whole bunch of channels, but you choose to be over here. I for what it's worth, I find that as a compliment, so I appreciate it, and it's okay. It seems that the time you want to talk is the time I'm bored. It's also very interesting that you want to just kind of watch somebody just, like really talk about um, unjust situations. That's why it just really seems like you are a like one of the game stalkers, but you can tickle my fancy when it comes to like having a conversation. Like I'm not going to make this an uncomfortable moment for either one of us, but it's just like if you want to have a conversation, then go ahead because it's on a I would say kind of a fair ground, pretty much, where I'm giving you permission to address something. Because it just sounds really, really interesting. Like you can go on TikTok if you want to just watch somebody talk. But if I'm actually saying something that's either poignant or entertaining or interesting to you, then let me know. But this right here is just kind of mostly for me and my diary, my online diary that I made public. Um, and since I don't have much privacy for some time. So yeah, anyway, really need to stretch. I'm probably gonna get up. I'm definitely gonna get up. This is me getting up. I'm gonna get up because I do need to get some food in my system before it's time to go to bed for another day. Don't know. You had me curious. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say like you gonna say like a magic trick or something like that. It's just like it's too slow, but it's too funny. All right, yeah. Well, unfortunately, Sila, I'm about to go because I really have to go take some nibbles, and I actually want to go look at my work and prepare for tomorrow. But yeah, the way how you were talking, you sound really young, and it's so convenient that you actually checked in because I was going to talk about something that is for people who are older. So I was because I was talking about like relationships and what kind of relationships I was thinking about in the future, but you just seem the way you speak and the way how you phonetically break down words. It does not seem that you're old enough. Seems like you're under the age of 18, posing as an older person, or you could just be playing around because you are a game stalker. Nonetheless, I want to be very careful about presenting this sort of content out here for you. So yeah, I'm gonna try to save this for, and I know for a fact because I always make sure that I put this on restrictions. For like, yes, you better don't talk about that here. It's inappropriate. There are things that are definitely okay for me to say, but I do not feel comfortable saying it around you because you sound extremely young, and it's just like, yeah, this is I do believe that I said that this video is not for people knowing that already. Ooh, gang stalker. Look at you. Hello. 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 I was actually not going to talk about anything personal about me per se, like personal things that are going on like in my life or things in the past. And also people know enough already. It's just like people only know the lies that have been talked about me. So, gang stalker. It's like it would have been more. I think it's more beneficial for me to go ahead and like discuss that. It's like you're mistaken. Oh, so sweetheart, please. Okay, well, like I said, I was going to talk about more what's gangs soccer anyway. All right, yeah, nice save, buddy. Um, so yeah, I was going to talk about more like kind of more adult stuff and things about like the nature of like things that I would foresee in the future, but this is really not the time. And in fact, I have to learn how to honestly boot you out, little C lot, because this is again, this is more for people who are 18 and over. And you seem like you should be watching Disney or definitely Nickelodeon. Do they still have Nickelodeon? I'm pretty sure they still have Nickelodeon, but yeah. It's almost 9 o'clock. Shouldn't you be like getting ready for bed? Sila, I asked you a question. Shouldn't you be getting ready for bed? I'm telling you it's inappropriate. Mm, you sound like a gang stalker. You really do. But you sound like a gang stalker disguised as a child. Some big words for you. Inappropriate. It's funny. But it's just like, look, it definitely seems like a poser, like a gang stalker. And, I just kind of not with the, really kind of like not with the ish, really. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go, guys, and I will chat with you all later. And yeah, until then, ta ta.